we really went into it like we're like we could do anything we want. We're like we didn't purchase it with a clear plan. We're like, are we gonna live here like all the time? Are we gonna make it its entire thing into our house? Are we gonna make it into apartments? Are we gonna make it into an Airbnb? Just taking a chance like this is like we've even though it's insane, like I don't think we've been happier. We literally wired the money from the closing to the school, and it was just like, and we're good. And now we own a school.
If you think that being a parent is the greatest and most important job you're ever going to do, but you also fully understand that it's filled with challenges and headaches too, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Dad's All In podcast. Super excited to have you join us tonight. We have some special guests. We are going to steer the ship in a different direction, not just starting today, but actually moving into the summer. So this wonderful family is going to share an amazing story tonight about how they are from New Jersey and they ended up buying a school in northern Pennsylvania, which is crazy to think about. And I'm going to have them tell you all about why and what's their plan moving forward. So we're going to get into all that. First, I want to say thank you to my usual crew out there for allowing me to take a couple weeks off. It's as you know, is the end of my semester as a professor. So things were a little hectic and we had a bunch of family things going on. We're hoping to get back on track, including what we're going to be doing this summer, having families come on and talk about their amazing stories. So the Ronan family is going to get us started, and then if maybe you know some other families have some interesting stories to share, I'm looking to pull some people on. What you can do, email me at dadsallinpodcast@gmail.com, or just throw it down in the comments, whether you're catching this live or in the replay version. Happy to have you on. Tell me a little bit about your story, and we'll get you out there, see if we can put it out on YouTube. And also, reminder, this is also on audio version, wherever you get your audio podcasts. And next week, actually 2 weeks, will be the next show. We will have on Jen Kaufman, who's going to talk about her experiences as a grandmother who has a child with autism and what their whole family has learned about the process. And so if you have a child with a special need or a grandchild with a special need, that's exactly what you're going to want to check out. So don't forget to subscribe, like if you're on YouTube, and follow on audio so you can get notified when that comes out. All right. Let's dive into this amazing family. It's Alexa and Dan Ronan from New Jersey, and they bought a school. So welcome on, Dan and Alexa. Appreciate you being on with me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
So in full transparency, actually, this particular school holds a special place in my heart, and not just mine, but my family's heart. I don't live there now. Pretty much our whole family now lives in Delaware. But back in the day, this school was named after my great-great-aunt Gladys. The school is Gladys Burnham Elementary School. It's in upstate Pennsylvania, rural area filled with just amazing people. And that school I attended, my brother attended, my father taught there, and I have a ton of experiences, both good and bad, when I attended Gladys Burnham Elementary School. You know, things that were amazing, and then times I had to sit on the wall because I got into trouble, right, during recess. Those kinds of things.
You turned out well, though. So.
Well, the jury's out on that, but thank you. So that's the backstory of me and how I kind of got tipped off by somebody about your amazing story of purchasing this school. It hasn't been used really for like 13 years now. And so I want to dive into all that. So I'm going to step back a little bit and let you all just kind of talk a little bit about, how this happened and what was your reasoning purchasing this school?
So we've always had an interest in, unique homes. We'd see instances where, people would convert old firehouses or
churches or motels and
different things into homes. So that was always our interest. And
we nearly crashed the car on the way home from Virginia once because we saw a school that was falling down and it had a for sale sign out, and we're we can fix that. I looked it up, the walls were falling over, and we're not worried by those things normal people should be. Yeah. So always been really interested in just fun properties like that. Right. So and
then every once in a while she'll just Google schools for sale and. Motels. One day Gladys Burnham popped up.
And I was like, this is so cool, like the hexagon, and it's just, and it was just like I sent it to him while he was at work, and just fully expecting him to like put the brakes on it because I just need that sometimes. And he wrote back, interested, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, well, I got the green light where this is happening. Like, yeah. So, or even going to look at it, I like did research on the area, and we were trying to find out who Gladys Burnham was and what the story was. And I was just absolutely fell in love with the town. I found videos from when the school was still open, and the principal, which seemed so cool, and he was doing videos with the kids, and the faculty was actually really into it, and the kids were into it, and he was like pushing kids over in the video, and they thought it was the most thing in the whole entire world. So I like fell in love with the area. I noticed that the superintendent that does like interviews with people from the town that graduated from there. And I was like, oh my God, I love these people. I was like, you don't find people like this anymore. So we hadn't even seen the school yet. And I was just like, I love the area. I'm like pinging places on Google where we could like go to eat. I'm like, all right, so they have a grocery store. They have things. So it's not that rural. Like they have plenty of things. So I like pinged like 150 things and did all this research. And I'm like sending him things. I'm like, this is amazing. So before we even saw it, I fell in love with the area and the people. And I was like, we were trying to figure out who Gladys Burnham was. We were having such a hard time with that alone. So it was really cool to see that the school is like so loved. And we've just been always into, even in our wedding vows, it was like, instead of like, oh, I vow to like be with them forever or whatever, like it was us like, we're gonna have a castle with a drawbridge and a moat around it and a Goonie shipwreck in the pool in the backyard and a tube slide coming out of the second story window that goes into the, but we didn't even plan that. We last second wrote our vows. And he had the same speech as I did. Like the whole thing was like insanity, and it was, and this is like the life that we wanted to have. So we're like living a normal like life that people would think that we're normal, and then all of a sudden we're like, we should do this. Like who cares? Like this is our life. Like you get one shot at this. Like let's make some memories.
Have some fun.
Let's have a lot of fun. If we can swing it, like let's do it.
I know we've shared this, but yeah, the school, we ended up purchasing it for $255,000, which is a ridiculous price.
Like we're from New
school.
Jersey. People like, I mean, I know the real estate's higher everywhere else right now in the United States and everywhere really. You can't even like get a condo practically in New Jersey for that much. So we were like, Dan, we're selling our 900 square foot house. Like this, we literally wired the money from the closing to the school, and it was just like, and we're good. And now we own a school, and we don't own a 900 square foot house anymore. We own a 31,000 square foot school that's actually like, and we just, normal people would get like tons of inspections and stuff like that, and we were like,
everything's broken.
Everything's probably broken, and we've just been pleasantly surprised along the way. We're like, oh, it turned out that the roof was recently done before they closed the school, like a decade ago. Not that old, and it was in good shape. The electrical, same thing. Like it's rated for like more than they even needed, I guess, in case they expanded or something.
Right.
So we've gotten very lucky so far. Like, sure, things are going to go terribly wrong, but we're very lucky so far.
So I got to tell you, my wife and I would never be able to do what you did, but I am very envious of the fact that you're like, let's just give it a go, right? Like that's, especially for families.
What's the worst that can happen? I was like, yeah, for real. Oh my God. But you're not the one that did say that. Like people keep like sending us messages saying, oh, I want to buy a school. And I'm like, great, now I can look for schools again. And I'm like sending them schools. I'm like, this says this is in your price range, and it's in a town where I don't think that they'd care if you lived there. So I probably sent like 10 schools to people trying to let them also do it too, because so far so good. Try to normalize people living in schools. It's better than buildings sitting and rotting away and then getting torn down, though.
Right, because this school has been sitting for the last decade,
and it was so loved, and like it was taken care of. Like, it's just the only things that are wrong with it now is just because it was sitting. Like even before that, it wasn't like it closed down because it was in a bad way. Like
right.
It's because the school redistrict and wanted to cut down on
And that's one of the things that particular school has. It's just a lot of history. And for the audience, you can find them at Ronan Schoolhouse on Facebook and also on Instagram, I believe, right? And YouTube. But on Facebook, you have all these comments of people who went to school there, and there's just so much history and stories behind all of it. Do you want to dive into any of the things you've learned?
So, the stories are the best. They're like our it's so funny. So we were talking about this because our page on Facebook especially has really grown recently, and we love that the core of our group started with the people that went there. It's like the heart of our page now. Right. So that like even when the outsiders are asking questions, they're able to chime in, and we're like, yes, we love this because it's more personal to them. It's like they can reminisce, and like we don't know everything. We're still learning where the breakers are and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the experiences the students had at this school it's been very interesting. I mean, something as like people bringing up the watching the Challenger explode.
Yeah.
Where the students were all in I don't know, was the library or
the
gym.
hexagon or something.
But yeah, they were watching it on TV, and it was these major events.
I like when didn't a girl go down to the stream and break her arm or something like that, and she didn't want to tell anybody she was at the stream, so she came back and like spent the whole day with a broken arm in school. It was I think that was one of them, something like that.
I remember the Challenger experience. Not because I watched it. I believe, from what I remember, I think it was in 4th grade, and I didn't watch it because we were at lunch. But I remember sitting across from my teacher, probably because I was misbehaving and had to sit next to my teacher, right? And somebody came in and whispered something into her ear. And I still remember the look on her face, like this look of horror. You know, when you look at somebody, you can tell something is like gone horribly wrong. Yeah. That was the look on her face, and so I do know some of the school was like, I think in the library watching some of it live. So it's interesting when you look back at your childhood, it's not just the building, it's the people and the different experiences that kind of align with it, in this case, that makes Gladys Burnham pretty special.
Having fun incorporating the stories that people are telling us and the things they left behind into our actual, like, skits or whatever you want to call them, right. Where people lost their Frisbee on the roof.
I loved that one. Yeah.
And people think that we were being serious. Like, of course that's not. That Frisbee says Monroe, on the back of it. Like, it's not from the town. It's a brand new Frisbee and very clean Sharpie.
You purchased this school, and I see a couple questions coming in here. There's a question you'd already answered about the cost, and then somebody else wants to know about the challenges with the rooms and trying to go through and fix the rooms up and stuff. Let's just start here, though. Was there anything that you maybe surprised you, either good or bad, about the whole thing?
I mean, we joked about it earlier. We went into this expecting everything to be broken.
We were just thinking, we're like, everything's probably broken, and we'll figure it out.
As we, the building sat for 10 years, and the systems weren't new when the place closed. So slowly turning things back on. The well still works. The septic's in good shape.
I'm like calling my uncle in North Carolina that's a plumber, and I'm like, what do I do? Can we line the pipes? And he's like, no, you would probably want to redo the pipes. So we're just, we're figuring things out.
Yeah. So, just working our way kind of through the systems. Everything gets a little more complicated when it's a commercial school. Yeah. It's not the same as, water heater goes in your house. There's a little more involved with it, but
it's just so one thing at a time. I think we've just been pleasantly surprised, honestly, so far, because we went in with very low expectations, and we're like, oh, the roof is good. The what was the other? The electrical is good. We're like, so like those are two huge things, because like when the roof breaks, we're leaving town.
Yeah.
No,
and obviously, maybe it's a little better than you thought, but I'm just watching some of your videos. It's going through some basic things like light checks and things that you found, like maybe somebody was living in there as a squatter and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did see some evidence of blankets and.
But who cares? Who cares?
Like
we're gonna redo it anyway. Like it's not like we're gonna leave. It's totally fine. We're gonna paint the walls. And,
we're.
His artwork is really, his or her artwork is really nice on the walls. So like, I hope he or she is doing well.
Oh, is that? Oh, I wonder if maybe like that was the staff who did it. So you think maybe?
No, that was yeah.
Okay. So That's interesting. So what they're referring to, audience, is that in the video is you go, like, it looks like an office attached to a room,
Yeah.
classroom or
Was
something,
it like
right?
a
Which
you should know better than us. Was that
I
like a
it looked
faculty?
like my third grade class, but they all kind of look similar, except that one didn't look quite as polished as the others.
Yeah.
And on the back side, there's an office, and there's these pictures up there on the side wall. So I guess
Yeah.
maybe whoever was living in there maybe had artistic talents.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
What are your what do you plan on doing with this school? So you purchased this school for what is an exceptional cost, to be honest with you, right? Like better
Yeah.
than most people can get a house for, which is awesome. But what are you thinking about doing with it? What are the future plans?
We really went into it like we're like we can do anything we want. We're like we didn't purchase it with a clear plan. We're like, are we gonna live here like all the time? Are we gonna make it its entire thing into our house? Are we gonna make it into apartments? Are we gonna make it into an Airbnb? So we're working
We
it.
could start a cult.
We could start a cult. Like we'll be very straightforward with our culthood. Like we're obviously joking, but we're not starting a cult. We like watching cult documentaries. It's amazing. It's still on the list. We need a leader. I'm just kidding. I'll stop.
We're definitely leaning towards, where the original classrooms are in the building, converting that into apartments. We'd like to keep the cafeteria, the gym area, and use that as kind of a event space that, the community would be able to use.
I want to have like a holiday there really badly.
And then,
yes, we
being
have
able
big
to,
families.
Yeah, being able to host events with our own family, bringing everybody out there. You're gonna have everybody come to
Gosh,
Thanksgiving.
it would be so fun. I don't care what holiday it is. I just will take any holiday and everybody can come. I want it to be like a free for all where like in the summers it's just like our family coming and it's just like open like an
just like summer
adult
camp.
kid summer camp, and like there are organized activities, but there's also like you can just do whatever you want. I want to make a welcome packet that has like all the fun places and our favorite food places and growing food down the street. I really want to try them. I'm really looking forward to eating their food. Such nice people. So we're still figuring it out, honestly. Like it's apartments. It's got apartments is number one. Like that's happening for sure. And then fun
The event space,
fun
and
house,
then
fun
trying
house.
to kind of
Fun
make
school.
a space for us as well.
Yeah, not like your normal. We don't, and we're envisioning like instead of just making like generic like apartments with like a refrigerator and like I want it to still look like a school classroom. Like even where the beds
Chalkboards
go,
are still up.
like when the chalkboards are still up, I want them to be like headboards. Like I like in like lamps hanging over. I have like an idea. I want it to still look like a school. I don't want it to just look like apartments within a school that used to be a school. And I was even thinking about. You can hold me to it. It's totally fine. But the apartments being named after like loved teachers.
Oh, what a great idea.
So and so first grade apartment, and we can say like in the lease that it's Miss so and so's or Mr. I think that would be so cool and have it like etched on the door or something like that.
That is an amazing idea. And actually, I will give a shout out to my third grade teacher, Mrs. Lane. You all know this. I taught at the elementary level for 20 years before moving to the district level, and then now I'm a professor for future educators. She was one of a few. I had a couple other amazing teachers in high school too, but one who really changed things for me. When I would look back in my elementary school years, I'm not so sure my first and second grade teachers thought I was, let's just say I had a lot of juice. But she looked at me different and connected with me in a different way and made a big difference. And there are tons of teachers through the years that you probably could dig up and have made
I know. I was gonna
tremendous
try to
impacts like
figure out a
that.
way to like honor like
Yep.
people if we could. I want to hang up like I was saying, at some point like early on when it was like just the people from the school pretty much just watching our stuff, which we loved. We thought it was so cool. I had them send me pictures from like when they were in school, and they'd send us like a picture of like when the gentleman, I think Mr. Kane or something it was, that would come and play bluegrass for them, and they'd send like they'd show us like the pictures of them all learning how to do like
Square dancing.
Like that is so cool. So like we want to have that as a part of the decor, like things hanging up like in spaces where it's like pictures of the kids that used to go there, because why not? Like that's so fun, instead of just like a picture of like the ocean. Like it would be way better if go along with it.
I think it's great. You have to be at least a little bit handy to do exactly what you're doing, right? Do you have experience diving in and reconstructing and rebuilding homes or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah. I bought my first house when I was 24, and it was built in the 1880s. Originally, it was supposed to be, I'm going to, fresh paint, new rugs, move in. And then one thing led to another and ended up gutting the whole place through that.
Literally
And
everything in that house is brand new now because you're just like, well, if we're gonna do this right, we're gonna do this right, and
yeah,
like,
it's like, well, walls are down, we might as well insulate. Well, we got to update the electric and
oh, you might as well
plumbing's
put
falling.
in air,
Yeah.
central air, and
Yeah,
he
just
gets to teach me.
working on my house, and then once people hear that I know how to do things, it's helping everyone at their house. A lot of experience, working through problems, especially on the construction side. It's my first school, but I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're very like, if we don't know how to do something, we obsess about it until we 100% know how to do it the right way. And then it's done the right way, and we've done it. Yeah, if I don't know something, we will figure it out. Like he taught me how to like install floors, and I think I signed up for a woodworking class when I was like 7 months pregnant with our first child. Yeah, like I was like, I want to learn. I like that's like a regret of mine, not learning how to use tools when I was little. Like it's not that my dad wouldn't have taught me, but like I love watching you do things and then showing me how to do things. So we're like a fun team. And then I have like a background in like art and stuff, so I have OCD. So if something is not the way it should be, I'm like, we need to make it like this and it'll be perfect. So it helps. It helps a little bit.
I'm very, like I said earlier, I'm very envious, jealous of your spontaneity and your just ambition to give things a try. It's pretty cool.
Just taking a chance like this is like even though it's insane, like I don't think we've been happier. Like this is like living a dream. Like I don't care if like something breaks, so we will figure it out. That's like, it's totally how we handle things.
That's awesome. Now, I know that you all have a day coming up here that maybe you want to talk a little bit about, where if you happen to live within driving distance upstate of the school they're talking about, Gladys Burnham Elementary School, you're interested in maybe having the community come in and have a day, hang out with you and maybe help out. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah, we have a day scheduled on May 30th. Yeah, we're looking forward to having a cleaning day. Just keeping in mind, the school has been empty or not in use for the last 10 years.
Just a
So
lot
it's
of
just
dirt
a lot of
build up.
dirt and grime that's built up over the years.
Yeah, and I had like posted something in our like local area, and so many people like reached out and were like, we have rags that you guys can use, and then you like, because they're excited for like our adventure, so they like reached out and they like gave us some cleaning stuff. Just so nice. And I feel like if I don't say this, I'm gonna regret it, but like one of the surprises also has been the people from the town. Like I kind of touched on it, but like they have reached out. Every single neighbor has been like, we can't even like explain the love and support. And like, if there's ever anything you need, how many people have offered to use their tractor to help you with tractor things?
Out at the school, everybody has a tractor, and they just they want a reason to use it. So they're like, you need help, moving some brush, whatever you need.
Like the people that walk by with their dogs, and I'm like, I love, like, even after we talked to you the original time, we hung up and I was like, Dan, like, this is ridiculous. Like, every single soul from that area is exceptional. Like, I would give every one of them a key if they wanted it, if they need to look over the place, like, whatever. Like, it's wonderful. Even the lady, I think I told you this, at the Wendy's that gave me my food, she like genuinely wanted me to have a nice day. And I was like so touched. I was like, this is not the norm for us. Like, not that we don't love our state, but like,
A little different than New Jersey, that's for sure.
Little different. So just, we love the people. Like, it's been amazing. And the whole community has made this 1,000 times more special for us.
It's awesome. You were 100% right. I often tell stories about you to my kids. Obviously, where I live now is not quite like that area. And so sometimes some of the things that I share with them, they're like scratch their heads. But I always say I am so fortunate to have grown up in that area, because the amazing people that live there, the community, you always felt like people were out to help you as a kid. It just felt like people were willing to look out for you.
Just genuine too.
Yeah, I think that's the case, right? Like it's becoming, unfortunately, probably more rare by the day. So I'm sure that everybody there is excited to have occupants and excited to be able to maybe hop in there and check it out and see the work you're doing and maybe even help out. So that's coming up. Would you say May 30th?
May 30th.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. Honestly, we have plans. I don't want to give it away, but there's a former student that's coming that that said he got in trouble a lot. We posted a video of the principal's office, so we have a little something in store for him that's gonna be extra. You'll see online.
That's awesome.
He doesn't know about it like entirely yet, so I can't wait. It's gonna, as long as he's cool with doing it, we're totally.
That's great. So last thing is, I know you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got YouTube channel. I think it's all Ronan Schoolhouse, right? Is that where you want people to connect with you?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Ronan Schoolhouse, if you think you're
or ronanschoolhouse.com, and that'll bring you to all the links to all of our social media, and if you need to wanted to get a hold of us.
Awesome. Well, Alexa and Dan, I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate that you've stepped up and trying to start something new in Gladys Burnham Elementary School, and I'm sure the community is excited about it as well.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah. And listeners, I want to remind you, next week we'll be off because, well, there's just crazy stuff, end of the year, graduation stuff, and that kind of thing. The following week, jump on with me. Jen Kaufman is going to talk all about life as a grandmother with a grandchild with autism and the things that her family has learned and how she's using that as a platform to help other grandparents learn how to help their grandkids with autism and special needs. So you definitely want to check that out. If you're an audio podcast listener, just a reminder to follow. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe and like. Appreciate you all out there, everybody. Have a great week. We will catch you again in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to the show. Be sure to follow me at dadsallinpodcast on all the socials. You can also email me with any questions that you'd like answered on future shows, or just to provide me with feedback or ideas. Feel free to reach out to my email, dadsallinpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great one, my friend.